People don't have water in Enugu State. People don't have light in Enugu State. People don't have jobs in Enugu State, especially the youth.
Hi everyone, my name is Nekme Obasoge. I'm broadcasting from Toronto, Canada. My guest of today is a well-respected person in our community here in Toronto. The former president of Nigerian Canadian Association, Dr. Chidi Iwayawu. He's currently running for the governor of Enugu State under the umbrella of Take It Back, which means he's running under the political platform of Omoyele Sowore. So he's going to be joining me on live video to discuss about his political ambitions. Just listen to what he has to say. So currently you are running for the governor of Enugu State, right?
Oh yes, Nekma, I'm running for the governor of Enugu State.
Okay. I hope Enugu people will see that potential in you.
Well, we're hoping that they will see that, and what we're going to do is to be able to show it to them, because how would they know if we don't tell them? So we're going to tell them the potential that I have, and then we're counting on them to see it and give us a chance.
Okay. What motivated you to be running for the state, running for the governor of Enugu? Are you from Enugu State?
Yes, I am from Enugu State. I was born, bred, and buttered in Enugu State. I'm from Omoyele in Ozala, which is in Nkano West local government of Enugu State.
Oh, okay. Why are you running under Omoyele Sowore?
I'm running under the Take It Back movement. That's what I'm running under for now. And Omoyele Sowore happens to be the founder of the Take It Back movement. And why I'm running under him is because he has appealed to me. He's the only person who has come up with a platform that resonates with my feelings about Nigeria and what we ought to be doing and where we ought to be now. And that is why I identify solidly with the Take It Back movement and Sowore. Okay.
Have you been involving in any activity there in Enugu State over these years?
Well, I left Nigeria for Canada in 2007. Prior to this, I've been very, very active in Enugu State. My university days were spent in Enugu. I went to the University of Nigeria, Enugu campus. I studied architecture there. And throughout my years in school, anybody would tell you that we disrupted the system in Enugu. There's nobody who passed through the walls of the University of Nigeria for the 6 years that I was there that doesn't know me. They used to know me as MC Hadnot. The reason was because when I came into school, I felt like the school was boring, things were not happening. And so with a couple of my friends, we revolutionized. That was the time when cult activities were going on in school, people were scared, parties could not be held, and we felt this was wrong. So we challenged the status quo. We came up with shows. We had the biggest show ever in any Nigerian university. It was called Bam Jam Show. And with that, youths were mobilized. We did a beauty contest. In fact, we made so much. The revolution was so much that the cult boys were not happy. And for the first time in the history of Enugu, Black Axe, Buccaneers, and Black Beret, they all teamed together, invited people from other schools, and they tried to stop us. They attacked us in the show. This is just one of the activities that I was involved with. We're just because we're focusing on the leadership of Enugu and youth. And I did so many other things. I have, even when from here, Canada, as soon as I came here, 2 years late, a year plus later, I became the president of Enugu State Association here in Canada. And from here, my heart was still back home. I organized a convention, and that convention was a trade seminar. my desire was to be able to, just within a year or so, being abroad, the things I've learned here, the things I saw here, I wanted to transmit it back home. And so I spoke with the state governor then, Sullivan Chime, and he listened to me. And actually, on a telephone conversation, immediately I told him he ordered 3 commissioners to leave immediately to Canada, and we hosted them here, and we looked at ways of helping Enugu State in agriculture, in health, in education. And ever since then, I've been keeping tab on what is happening in Enugu State. When last we went to Nigeria for the 150 Canada celebration, I tried to reach the governor, but I couldn't reach him. But because I wanted the team of professionals and an MP that we went to Nigeria with from Canada, I wanted them to visit Enugu State to see how we can help Enugu State. They didn't make use of that opportunity, but we went to Anambra State, we went to Lagos State, we went to Ife, we went to so many other places. That is the kind of passion and the kind of input that I've been doing in Enugu State. Apart from that, I have a foundation. It's called My Root Foundation.
Yes.
We organize medical outreach back home, where we have doctors that we pay, and they normally organize this outreach and they give free medical care and some basic drugs to people back home. So there's so many things that I have been doing back home.
At least you have been involving.
Yeah.
So the next question is your political ambition driven by Omoyele Sowore, even though Omoyele has not declared his political platform?
No, my interaction with Omoyele Sowore politically and the Take It Back movement is just a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago. So that cannot drive my political ambition. My political but I hate to even call it a political ambition. It is an ambition to serve. And this dates way back to my secondary school, where I have been in several leadership positions, and I will enumerate that when the time comes. But the answer is no, my political ambition is not motivated by Sowore or the Take It Back movement. However, yes, my pitching my tent with the Take It Back movement is inspired by Omoyele Sowore himself.
Okay, but do you know that he has not yet declared his political platform?
Yes, I know he has not declared his political platform like so many other presidential aspirants, but he will be doing that very, very soon, in a couple of weeks.
Okay, because the primary is just in the corner, August.
Oh yes, the primary is an internal party affair. As long as you do it before that time and you nominate a presidential candidate, there's nothing that says you cannot do it a day before the deadline. So we have so much time. This is just June. June is ending today. We have July and we have August. Political primaries is just a one-day affair. So that does not even, it doesn't count here.
Okay. So is there any guarantee that the INEC will give him tickets to run for the highest office in the country?
Well, the only guarantee that you must look at is the guideline from INEC. Now, the guideline is that as long as the political party is registered with INEC, whoever they present for INEC has to pass the qualifications that INEC has presented to run for presidency, which includes age and then your status with the law, your citizenship of Nigeria. So if he passes all that, for sure, it is guaranteed that he will get the ticket to run.
Why don't you just wait and let him be nominated as a candidate first before declaring your governorship, candidates?
Okay, the thing you have to know about me is that I don't do things out of a selfish intention or motivation.
Yeah.
I have one of my mentors, one of my business mentors, JT Fox. His mantra is always, you go big or go home. You know, it's either you do it or you don't.
Or you don't.
Yes, whenever something, I sit down and I analyze things and I pray about it. And once I have this conviction in my mind, I go for it. So we rise together, we fall together. That's and it's all about loyalty. It's all about what you believe in. I've looked at Sowore, I've looked at his movement, I've seen that it is genuine, I've seen that it is relevant, I've seen that it is purposeful. So that's why I pitched my tent to it. We have to keep driving this thing, and I know this is what Nigeria needs right now. I'm not doing it because, oh, you know what, if they fail, let me run to another party. No, it's not based on that. Like I told you, it's not. If I had that kind of political ambition, I would have joined PDP or NC, or which is the APC. I don't even know that. I would have joined PDP. Exactly. I would have joined all that. You would have seen me doing all the manipulation. Listen, take it back. It's a totally new order. It is not the old way of doing. We are disrupting the system. That's why I'm interested. The only reason that you see me involved in this is because it is a deviation from what used to be. If it was the old political system of things, you will not see me there. We'll just keep on agitating. We'll just keep on doing things to try to enforce or try to get the government to do something that we think are right for the citizenry. But you will not see me get involved because the system out there is so convoluted that you don't even want to be part of it. But because the Take It Back movement is a total disruption and a total deviation from what used to be, that is why you see me getting involved.
For many people who are watching now, they will be curious and say, how come you are announcing it here in Canada? Why not in Enugu? Standing there physically in Enugu and announce it there. Why announcing it first in Canada?
Well, Nekpe, this is 2018, okay? And like I said before, this is a total deviation from what used to be. I don't have to physically go to Enugu to declare what is going on, what is my intention. The world has become a global village. I'm going to be in Enugu shortly to start the real work because there's groundwork to be done apart from all of this. What we're doing is just sensitizing the people. Like, you know, there's no time. And this is in the age of technology, you can reach anybody as quickly as possible. When money is needed from me, from Enugu, they don't need to come to Canada to get it from me. They just send me a message and I wire the money back home. So the same way, do I have to go and stand in Enugu to give the money?
No, if for instance you tell them to wait that you are coming to Nigeria next, you will say, no, there's no problem. You can just send it to them.
You can send it right now, okay? So if we can all accept that technology, then we can also accept the technology where I can stay here and talk and people will listen. And I'm telling you, there's been an overwhelming reception of this thing on WhatsApp, on all the WhatsApp groups that are in Enugu State are involved right from here. What I actually did was I started from my locality here, from my Enugu State community here. I talked to some of the elders, some of the leaders, past presidents here, and I told them, hey, this is what I'm thinking of doing because we have all here banded together to do things for our state back home. So they know what is going on. And they said, hey, Chidi, I think you should go for it. It's something good. Then I also reached out to people back home. I said, this and this is what I want to do. What do you guys think? And they said, yes, it is good. And they've been sharing it. So we need to start this. We need to sensitize. We need to put an office there. We already have an office that we put up there in Enugu. Things are going to start happening. Posters will start going out there. Omoyele Sowore is going to be in Enugu. We're going to hit Enugu, and Enugu will know that the Take It Back movement. Because you see, because of my activities in Enugu, all the senatorial zones in Enugu, I've operated there very, very actively. I lived in Nsukka. My childhood, a lot of my childhood was in Nsukka zone. So a lot of my friends are also from Nsukka, and we are all still connected thanks to the internet. My village is Enugu zone proper. I mean Enugu, Nkanu, the Nkanu senatorial zone. That's where I am from. And so already my uncles, my brothers, sisters, family are there already. So we are connected. And the Enugu zone itself, that is where I grew up. That's where I schooled. So the youths in Enugu, the life, the Enugu life, we own the Enugu life itself.
You know, this take it back movement is very popular all over the whole world. We can't just wait to see you guys taking Nigeria back from, you know, from scraps to somewhere. I'm so happy that you are running for the governor of your own state. I wish everybody would do the same thing. House of Rep, Senator, different offices, like what I said a few days ago. And
you know something, Nekwe. The thing that is very disturbing, and the thing that is unfortunate, is that the political system in Nigeria has so much marginalized the youth. It has put the youth in a situation where they have been intimidated. They have been made to believe that you people should not come near. You know, it's like when you're eating with some bad elders and they are looking at you and say, if you touch that fish in the soup, I will conk your head. You understand? Maybe there are 3 pieces of meat. At least give me one now. I say, no, you can't touch it. Now, the Constitution of Nigeria provides and permits youths and young people to run for these positions. But they have been intimidated to believe that it's not their right. They cannot run right now. They should go and start from a certain place, and before they can even think of running. It is not true. Take up the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Does it have provisions for someone like you to run? If it does, then go ahead. Do it. It's your right. Is it when you grow old and you die that you do what you're supposed to do right now? You are the youths don't realize the potential they are. The energy, the zeal, the passion that you have right now, you're supposed to exercise it. You are the ones that make the system work. But you just sit down and you're there allowing people to sit on your head and take what belongs to you. Actually, that's why we are taking it back, because for so many years, they've taken this thing back. They've intimidated us. They've taken the big money and they give us peanuts. They run us off the street with their sirens. They take money and they stash it abroad, and we are suffering, and the youths don't have any job. They are walking the streets when they finish from school, and all the politicians do with them is take them as thugs. Enough of that nonsense. That's why we're taking it back. We have to take it back. And you know, I frequent Nigeria. I know exactly what is going on in Nigeria. It's not like I live here. For the 10 years that I've been here in Canada, there's no year that I have not traveled back in Nigeria. In fact, in the last political dispensation, we were from here in Canada, we affected so much of what happened in Nigeria. If you know about the Transformation Ambassadors of Nigeria, I was one of the pioneer members, and we went around the whole world trying to educate people about peace in Nigeria. We recorded songs. We traveled in Nigeria to participate in the political activities there. So I'm always going to Nigeria every year. I'm conversant with whatever is happening in Nigeria. Yeah.
So how popular are you in Enugu right now? You know, in most cases, popularity is just the root of winning election in Nigeria.
Let me tell you something. I already described to you my connection to all the senatorial zones in Enugu, but amongst the youth in Nigeria, I think popularity-wise, they know me. I'm a co-owner of Worship Media, and you know I have a YouTube channel, and my activities in YouTube channel has made me very, very popular, and some of it is very controversial. So, but whatever, people know me very well. That I can assure you.
So, like the current governor, do you have any relationship with the current governor of Enugu?
Like I said, I have a relationship with members of his cabinet. I don't really have to. I'm not one of those who go dancing around the government of the day looking for contracts or all of that. No. When I think there's a need to interact with them, I reach out to them. Like when we traveled to Nigeria with a team of government officials from Canada, I reached out to them. I communicated with his officials, and that's enough for me. There's not been any reason for me to directly get in touch with him. I have been dealing with members of his cabinet.
Do you have any political experience?
You see, this thing keeps coming on over and over again, because what people normally say is, Chidi, don't you think you should start from a member of House of Representative, or become a commissioner, or become this before you start trying to be a governor? And I tell them, my desire to lead, my desire to be part of this whole thing is to bring a change. We are talking about, is there a cause? Is there something happening? If the answer is yes, that there's something happening, is there a need to bring about a change? Yes. Then what do we do right now? How do we make that change? Get involved and take this thing back. Let me tell you something. People, the problem, let me even talk about Nigeria generally. People are dying in Nigeria. People are hungry. Do you tell them that, oh, no, how can you tell me today that you're hungry? No, you have to first of all start from this one, start from that one before. Okay, somebody, I'm looking for a very good analogy. Somebody has an accident. They have an accident, their leg is broken. And once you look at them, they say, please get me to the hospital right now. You say, no, before we carry you in this ambulance, you have to first of all have headache. After headache, then you have malaria. After malaria, then before you get, how can we start taking you in the ambulance? No, we're talking about the guy has a broken leg. We need to get him to the hospital right now. Enugu State, Nigeria is in a state of anarchy. It is not time to go and start being a commissioner or house of. It is time to take it back right now and fix it. We're talking about Nigeria needs an immediate fixing right now. That is what you need. You don't need to go and start. It is the old way of, that is the old thinking that we want to change from people's mind. Look at technology. Right now, if you're busy telling Zuckerberg that when Zuckerberg got into the scene, Facebook, he just disrupted the system. There was Yahoo Messenger, there was all of those people. They were even saying that, no, Facebook will not last. How can he just come, even in the stock exchange, they say his stocks will not rise. That before he makes it, he needs to first of all go and start a business setup, go and do this, No, but he didn't do that. He just came up, he declared, look at Google, look at Amazon, look at all the people. This is 2018. We are talking about digital thinking, not analog. People should get off that analog thinking. This is 2018. If you continue in that way, you will not get anywhere. So my sister, it's not about being, there's so many people who have become a president without having to go and become. So you think I have 8 years to go and wait before I change things? Okay, let them keep waiting.
Okay, that's what Pastor Tony said, that the youth of these days, they have a digital brain. You know, all those old cabas, they have that analog brain. Right? That's what Pastor Tony said in my show.
Let me tell you something. That's why we are not running under any of the old political parties, because their system is that I have to go to Nigeria. I have to go and get money from somewhere. They don't care where I get the money from. My sister, I work hard. I don't have that kind of big money bag to go and start lobbying all the godfathers. Then all the godfathers will sit me down. Some of them will take me to shrine to swear. Some of them will give me holy water to drink. Some of them will give me contract to sign. Then after that, then they will now support me. Then they will now bring you out on the... No, that system, once you go through that system, you must answer to your masters. And that's what makes it, when you become a governor, when you become a member of House of Representatives, when they give you money, you carry it and go and give your godfather first, and the remaining one, you cannot do anything with it. But if we take it back under this platform as we are preparing, we are not answerable to any godfather. We are answerable to the youths themselves, who are the ones who will raise the funds for this movement, who are the ones who own this movement. Then we can turn things around. Do you know all the money that they get that they don't use? If we got that kind of money and we use it well, look, anyway, let's not even go there. Let me give you a snippet. When I was in secondary school, I was the leader of the Senior Debating Society. I always like to go there. Do you know why I like to go there? It is the foundation of a person is very important. People don't just drop off from the sky. you need to go to the roots of someone and see where they started from. So from my secondary school days, I was the leader of the Senior Debating Society. I won first prize for English. I was also the leader of ISEC. I was also the leader of the NASCO, UNESCO in my school. I was already doing charity work then. Then you come to the university. I told you how we disrupted the system there under that, I'll call it BAM Jam. BAM Jam is because of what we're doing then, right? And I contested for presidency in a Department of Architecture. I later became the speaker of the Architectural Senate Association house, the Senate house. I became the speaker then. And then when I left school, I have been in so many leadership. In NYSC, I was my platoon commander. I won a prize for all those activities.
Okay.
I was, in fact, I will tell you in detail what I did there. When I came to youth service, they refused that they will not provide our boots, they will not provide our uniform, and they wanted us to mount a parade. I led a protest, and I said we were not going to have mount a guard of honor for the director of NYSC. The 92 Airborne Battalion platoon commander, he came and he almost knelt down and he said, "Chidi, listen, I have commanded a troop in Liberia. I have done so much. If I cannot present a parade to my commanding officer, then I am finished. Please, Chidi, I need your help." I had to talk to all of these people, and then they agreed. In that parade, I was the the person that stays in front during the match. The leader now, the one that shouts, "Oh, he's right!" I was the one. So these are the kind of things that I have done. And then when I came to Canada, just after 1 year, I was the president of Enugu State Association, and I did so much in 2 years. And after 2 years, I became the president of Nigerian Canadian Association. So, and I'm also a minister. I lead a group that volunteers here for the Canadian Habitat for Humanity. I volunteer for them. I have a foundation. I go around schools here. When it's Black History Month, we go there, we teach children about Africa. There's so many things that I have done that prepares me for the position that I am aspiring to. Life has somehow been placing me in a position of leadership all through and preparing me for a day like this. And that's why I looked at it, I discussed with my wife, and we felt this is a time to be part of this whole movement. You just can't sit down. I'm someone who doesn't like to live in regret. I'd rather fail trying than sit down and not try. That's it.
You are doing a wonderful job here for what I've experienced so far.
Thank you.
So, what do you think are the problems of Enugu State right now, and what are your plans of resolving them?
See, for Enugu State, there are two ways of doing. There are so many levels of looking at the problem in Enugu State. There is the basic level, the starting level. Then there is a higher level, and there's another level. At this basic level, we don't speak grammar. At this level, we speak grammar, we become bureaucratic, and we look at all those things. And at this other level, we talk higher grammar. At the basic level, my sister, people don't have water in Enugu State. People don't have light in Enugu State. People don't have jobs in Enugu State, especially the youth. These are the three things that we need. And because they don't have jobs, they are hungry. Those are the basic things that we need to talk about. That one, you don't need English to talk about it. You don't need professor to tell anybody. You don't need a big bureaucratic whatever big paper that you researched and you have to show your. We don't need that. So at that level, that's where we are starting. It's all about the people, and we have very simple there are researches that have been done. These are things that every government in Enugu knows, and even the people in Enugu know. It is unacceptable that even the government house in Enugu will be using tanker. Tanker has to fetch water and come and be filling the tanks in the government. That is very shameful. When I was a kid in Enugu, about 3-4 years, living at 32 the road, Asata Enugu, there used to be shower. We had shower in our yard. We were living in yard. We used to gather under the shower naked, and that was then. That was in the 70s. What happened to that water? Right now, there is water around 9 Mile, which is just 10 kilometers from Enugu metropolis. There is water, abundant water, and yet you cannot pipe water. Water is not a chemical. You don't need anything to mix water. All you need to do is put water in the pipe and bring it from point A to point B. And we've not been able to provide that technology. So the first thing that we need to do is let people turn on the tap in their house. People live in 4-story buildings in Enugu, and they have to fetch a bucket of water from ground, carry it up 8 risers, 8 flights of staircase to go and shower. After that, you go down again and carry another one to flush toilet. After that, you go down again to carry another one to cook food. That is enough energy expended in the morning. People living in that, when you want to go to work, even if you have 10 minutes left, you go inside the shower. 2 minutes, you're done, you come out, you enter your car, you drive off.
Yes.
This is what is unacceptable, and I feel my people deserve this. They deserve just this simple. Let's just get them water. The water they tap down our street that time used to run. Enugu 9 Mile is higher than Enugu. There's 9 Mile, there's Iva Valley, and then there's Enugu. So if you bring the water, when it comes out to the Iva Valley, it drops. That's the only place we need a pump. And then when we take a pump, there's actually a big tank. If you're coming from the airport, very big tank that I think it was Jim Mobile or somebody built that tank. That tank is the tank that is supposed to supply the whole of Enugu. Why can't they put water in that tank? Once water enters that tank, you don't need any pipe. Water goes to people by gravity. Just by simple gravity, water will go to everywhere in Enugu metropolis, and yet people, you cannot just do that. I'm not talking about big infrastructure. I'm not talking about drill oil. You don't even drill the water. The water is coming out of springs in 9 Mile. If you cannot do that, don't tell me about any other thing.
Okay, we are talking about basic necessity. You understand?
Yes.
Now, every country in the world they are enjoying is not available for us in Nigeria.
Yes, it's not available to us. Basic. See, don't even give me water. When you give me water, when there is water, first of all, the disease will be reduced, because people get sick because they drink water from well. They fetch water from the zinc. From bacteria forms in it, and then people, and you know what happens in Nigeria? Once they develop this stomach here, you go to the doctor and say, oh, it's just a bacteria attack. Don't worry, just drink water, don't even take any drugs. In a couple of days, it will go. When we came to Canada, we are very shocked now. You go to doctor, he won't give you any drug. He'll tell you, don't worry, it will run its cycle and go. It's just a little. In Nigeria, you go to doctor. Once you have that, and special apology to doctors, not every doctor, but once you go there, they start pumping you with antibiotics, pumping you with this. It degenerates into something else. Their liver gets destroyed, and people die, or they tell you it's typhoid just because they drank bad water. So if we can give them clean water, then other basic things will follow. There's youth unemployment. But let me tell you something. Let people have water. If they have water, and then we can also give them light. Look at Oji River power plant. I know you've heard of Oji River. That was the foremost power generating station that Nigeria had after Kainji Dam. It was supplying the whole of the eastern zone. Why can't we resuscitate that Oji River power plant and supply power to Enugu? Thank God that right now the federal government has decentralized power provision. So since that is possible, we are able to liaise with other companies, power generating companies here in Canada, and me to let you know that the contract for generating power and maintaining power in Nigeria is this company here. What do they call them? I've forgotten their name, but it's a Canadian company. They are the ones that are handling Manitoba Electric. They are the ones handling this project for Nigeria. I'm here in Canada. I've spoken with them because they wanted to give me a job in Nigeria when they were going to Nigeria because they needed people that knew Nigeria, but then I didn't accept the job. So I have a connection with them. They respect me. They know my activities here. I can talk to them. I'm telling you, they are able to revamp Enugu State and generate power that is 100% for the entire populace of Enugu. How many people do you think are in Enugu? How much power do you think they need? We don't need to be on the national grid. That's all. Give them water, give them light. Just provide those two. Every other thing will fall in place. Look at agriculture. The farm that one person had, and I'm going to do a video. I'm going to go to the countryside and I will show you the farm that one person has just a little bit outside Toronto. That farm can produce food that will feed Enugu State for 10 years. All you need to do is take one of these farmers to Enugu State and they will have food. Why is it in 2018 we cannot provide Enugu State? You know how small Enugu State is. We cannot provide food for them. We cannot provide water for them.
Because we don't have mechanized farming in Nigeria. People are still doing the manual labor in farms in Nigeria. You understand?
That's what I'm saying. So one tractor farms kilometers that are almost the size of Enugu State in a week. One tractor. And that tractor will plant it, it will harvest it, it will pile it, it will do everything. One tractor.
Over these years, we have experienced the cabal ringing elections in Nigeria. Are you ready to deal with such a problem in Nigeria during your governorship election?
The cabal is still depending on their analog system, and that is where we're going to show them pepper. They think we're going to be there. There are certain things that the strategic arm of the Take It Back movement is doing. Mind you, that in the Take It Back movement, we have people work, the same people that Zuckerberg left America to come down to Nigeria to employ. They are the ones working for us. The same people that Microsoft sneaked into Lagos to talk to, they are the same people that are working. They are the youths. Nigeria has very intelligent youths, and we have studied the system, and we are ahead of them. We are so many kilometers ahead of them. We're waiting for them. It will not work. Things are going to be happening live. I'm telling you. It's not a system whereby they finish voting, you carry the box, you hide it somewhere, you bring it out the other side. When they are counting it, no. It's not going to be happening. They are waiting for us to have our agents right there in police station looking at them. Then police will stop them from coming in. Have you heard about drones? Have you heard about cameras that are as tiny as a fly? Okay, don't worry. We will see the thing happening where they're not even seeing it. That room that man is going to carry the box into, we will be inside that room before he gets there, and we will be showing the whole world what he's doing. So don't worry, we're ready for them.
So are you financially capable to deal with all this type of invention or buying a camera, motivated, that is monitoring elections and all that? It costs a lot of money. Are you financially ready for that?
Yes, the good thing we have working for us is technology. Okay, like I said, the Take It Back movement is about using what is right. We are in 2018, Nepe. Even a year ago, you and I cannot have this interview like this. You know that very well.
Yes, that's what Pastor Tony said. Yeah.
The only people that could do what you and I are doing is CNN. And for CNN to do it, they will have to have a station there. They will have to have a special IP address. It costs them a lot of money. They'll have to buy space before it, and then their reporter will be there saying, okay, are you connecting? Okay, guys, we're going live right now. It costs so much money, but you are not paying for this. All we have, this is free. We're communicating free. The point I'm trying to make is that we don't need as much money as what the cabals and the old analog operators of the Nigerian political system. The amount of money they needed to do what they did then, we don't need it right now. And our system is funded by the youth, is funded by the general populace. They own this. That's why we use mediums like the GoFundMe. So people contribute money, and we are transparent about how we use this money. And because the youths are tired, a lot of them are volunteering. When we go to campaign, do you know what they tell us? They say, we don't need your money. We don't need your money. You didn't pay us. So you did, people do videos. They say, nobody gave us money. We are coming on our own accord. They don't need the other people, the politicians. They have to look at them now. They have to go and buy rice and print their picture on the right. I'm not going to buy rice and print my picture.
I saw that.
Yes. But the thing there is that, unfortunately, because of the state of affairs in our country, because people are hungry, I must admit with you that the mindset of people still needs to be reset. And that's what we're doing. That's what we are laying emphasis on, talking to the people, trying to educate them, trying to make them see that it's not worth it. You are more than this. You don't have to just buy your vote. You don't have to sell your vote to someone over a tiny bag of rice. You know? So that's what we're doing. We're educating them. But apart from educating them, we are also we're going to do things that will show them a little insight into what we can do. Leading to the election, we're going to do pilot programs. See this thing I talked about, food. We're going to put somebody there. It takes Canada here. We have only a window of about 3 months to do all our farming, harvest them, and get ready and sell them. We're going to demonstrate things like that. When people see that, as they say, if you teach someone how to farm, you feed them forever. If you feed them for a day, it's just for a day. We're going to show them practically how they don't need somebody to be giving them handouts and using them as thugs. We don't need any thuggery. We just need to show them practically what we are coming in with. And when they see it and it works, they will follow you. So we're not going to... If you need money, yes, we're going to have people sponsor and donate us, but we're not going to take money from any money bags. And let me also go back to tell you that youth in Nigeria is not the normal youth that you have all over the world. Do you know why? Because the youth in Nigeria that are supposed to be within a certain age bracket, they have been, if you had given them a job, if you had helped them, if they had stood on their own, by now, they will no longer be answering youth. But they have not had jobs for so many years. They are still unemployed. So they have been stagnated. They are still, even though they are 45 years, even though they are 50 years, they are still classified as youth because they have not even moved forward from where they are. So when I say youth, I'm not talking about just 30 years person. I'm talking about the person who has been without a job since they left school for 20 years. They are still classified as youth. So understand me when I talk about youth in Nigeria. So the doctors and the youth, they will come under our volunteer system, and we will have something like Take It Back doctors and Take It Back venues. And when we come up with a political platform, we have such things, and people can walk into that place and be treated free of charge. And we want to show them what working together as a people who are committed to the progress of their community can do. That is what the analog old political system has not taught people. They have made people to depend on just money coming from the government. They made people to feel that it is only the guy who is in politics, only the politician who has all the powers, and that's the only way that you can make it. No, we need to steer them away from the politician and show them what people can do just by helping each other. You bring your own, I bring my own. We do things for ourselves. Then these people cannot come and be enticing us with their money.
We wish you guys the best. You know, we can't just wait to see the Take It Back movement taking over Nigeria and developing the country to its fullest. Thank you so much for today's interview. It's
Thank
a
you so much,
pleasure.
Nekman. Thank you for all the work you've been doing. Let me use this opportunity to really thank you. You were one of the people when I was president of Nigerian Canadian Association. You contacted me, and then immediately I just responded to you and told you this is what we're doing. You didn't ask questions. You came to the meeting. You volunteered. You joined the committee. You've been working so hard. I remember the day we were having an event, and I just called you and said the magazine has not been printed. Instead of going to dress up and you rush to the printer, you carry the magazine, you took it to the venue, and you've been representing Nigeria. You organize things on your own. Any place they have anything about Nigeria, you go there, you dress up in those your flamboyant, you carry Nigerian flag, you don't care. You've done a lot for our community. And I'm so grateful to you. I'm so grateful to people like you and your program that you use to promote things that are happening in Nigeria. Thank you so much for
Thank
having me on your program.